the next day after firing this thing up, there is definitely something going on, I think, with the clutch. The transmission seems to be fine, but there's a lot of noise coming from that area, and whenever I disengage the clutch, it completely locks up, kills the engine, and you can't turn it over with a breaker bar. So I screwed up. I don't know what I did. I looked through my footage. I couldn't find any footage of actually putting that trans on this engine. I apparently did something wrong though. So I got to hold the transmission out, which I'm about to do. And unfortunately, I don't have a high lift transmission jack, so I'll be doing this on a creeper pretty much. So let's get started. I did not take a video of it, but I did get the transmission dropped out of here the other night. And like an idiot, I left the shifter on, which was a huge pain in the butt to get this thing out. I basically got it stuck up in the car. If we look here in the bell housing, there's orange paint, and we have some self-clearancing going on in here. So it turns out you cannot use a W55 flywheel with a W58 unless you change to a W55 bell housing, which I did not know. I have a new flywheel coming tomorrow, so I can get this put back in the car and actually be able to run it and maybe even move it around a little bit. So hopefully it goes back together easily and can move on to other things. Just got the new flywheel. This is a Luck or a Luke, I don't know how to pronounce it. I believe they make the OEM flywheels for Toyota, which would be like $350. This was $56 from Rock Auto. Incredibly cheap. It's definitely a little bit thinner than the flywheel that I took off the car that was out of the IS 300. Just got the radiator put in here. Got some hoses. I put in a hard pipe on the car, the coolant pipe, since I had it and I don't have a water-cooled turbo. But you have an outlet on the water pump and an outlet on the back of that hard pipe that are not used in my situation. You could loop it, which is actually, I had a loop on here previously, but that's not really a elegant solution. So I went on Amazon and I found these caps made by HPS. These are specifically rated for coolant. They are silicone and they are 3-ply. Definitely don't want to use a vacuum cap or something like that, but I think these are worth a shot. Coolant's really slick, and where this is on the Supra, and I guess really car for that matter, it wouldn't be good if you popped a leak whenever you were going. Really any rate of speed could be disastrous. So I'm gonna get these put on, see if they seem to work. Got some Polk component speakers to put in the car. These are adapters off of Amazon. They're 6.5 inch. You might be wondering, why am I putting speakers in the car right now whenever it seems like maybe there's a lot of things that should take priority over this? The answer is the windshield is out right now, so it makes it probably 100 times easier to put these tweeters up in the dash versus having the windshield in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in. I had these speakers laying around. It didn't really cost me anything except for the adapters, which were pretty cheap. Magnet's still in there, but I just found a video on YouTube. I typed in Mark IV Supra tweeter, and I saw a guy who had some JL tweeters, and he just left them on top of the magnet and dremeled out the grill. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like I said, I spent some time off camera. That magnet really doesn't want to come out of there, so I think it'll look fine if I get the grill back in there with that. Just got a delivery from Powerhouse Racing. This is their Billet power steering reservoir kit. Super, super nice piece. Also got some silicone heater core hoses. This is everything I need to run the car up to temp. So let's get it on there and fire this thing up. This is probably because I'm using the NA hard pipe, but this hose does not fit the greatest. I think it'll work for now, but it definitely wants to What's the kink? That last clip of the car running is from last night, which was Super Bowl Sunday. It was running really rough, so ended up doing some troubleshooting. Turns out the injector on cylinder 1 is not working at all. The ground checked good, so there must be some issue with the power supply to it. It's not getting any power whatsoever, so it's not an actual injector problem. It's a problem with the harness that I made, probably. So I'm about to dig into that and see what's going on with it. It's a 97, 98 bumper. I don't have them yet, but I am gonna order brand new 97, 98 headlights for it. I got the passenger quarter panel on, so I'm gonna throw this up there. And yes, there's a lot to do on the front of the car, but I have not seen this bumper on the car since, actually, I've never seen it on the car. So I wanna see it. Spent a lot of money on the paint, and I'm kinda anxious to see it. Got one of the most important pieces of the entire car right here. Now, before I peel the backing off of this, I'm gonna see if it'll even go into its holes, because I had to enlarge in the holes in the rear, but it appears that's gonna work. Not sure how well the camera will capture it, but we're supposed to get 10 inches of snow today, which is quite a bit for Ohio here. So it's safe to say the Supra probably won't be driving anytime soon until spring rolls around the corner here. Went ahead and got the hood put on. I didn't really video that. Haven't done the best here lately taking video clips, but I've been chipping away at the Supra here. Got the downpipe wrapped. I had welded this myself. I'm more of a grinder, not a welder, but the wrap really hides that there. That was a bunch of clips I've accumulated of the Supra over the last month or so. I know it's just a bunch of random stuff, but hey, the car is running. It's still a little far off from driving down the road. The last big thing I need to get done is the intercooler, which I haven't decided what I'm gonna do. I'm kind of thinking about picking up a TIG welder and trying to learn to TIG weld. It's something that would be very valuable to have for building cars in the future, but I don't know if I should try to learn on the Supra. So I might end up buying like the PHR kit. The windshield's also still not in the car because I ordered tweeter grills over a month ago and USPS has lost them. The company I ordered them from hasn't been really any help whatsoever. So that's kind of in limbo right now. But that's really the two big remaining things is the windshield and the intercooler. So I'd expect to see that in the next video and maybe a first drive down the road. So as usual, appreciate you watching. If you could, please like the video. And if you're not already subscribed and you like the video, don't forget to do that too. Thanks for watching.